My name is Kimber Foshe, and I am a school counselor here at North High School. I think it's sad. I think it's crushing. I think it's hard on the students, the school, and the entire community. I think it serves as a wake-up call, though, to pay attention to what the warning signs are, if you will. And I'm not saying in any way that they were not aware of what the warning signs were, but it's sad. I think it's huge in knowing, first of all, to be aware of how other people are feeling and what might be going on in their lives, and to be sensitive to that, and to understand what empathy is, and knowing that we may not be able to prevent all suicides or deaths like that, but to be aware and open to communicating and to recognizing the signs, and not being so hasty and judging others for what they might be going through. And you don't even always know what other people are going through. Some people have lead very private lives, and you just never know how a hurtful comment or a misunderstanding or miscommunication can push somebody in a direction. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Student is aware of another student or an adult in the community who is experiencing that amount of pain and has said that they want to hurt themselves or take their own lives or commit suicide, then they need to let another adult know just as soon as possible. Never ever take that responsibility on themselves. There's a thing called survivor's guilt, and for students to take on the responsibility of completing a suicide or a depression assessment, and then should another person follow through with that act, survivor's guilt is huge, and they will blame themselves, and that can cause some lifelong serious issues with that person. I think schools do a very good job at being open to this subject. I think it's unfortunate that sometimes students do not feel comfortable going to another adult and in the building or in the community to be able to express those concerns. Naturally, Facebook is a very public forum, and it's not uncommon for students to post on there, and then word spreads very quickly. There are ways of getting help. There are resources in the community that are available for kids. One is the Student Assistance Program, and I have lots of information in my office about the Student Assistance Program. They are available and ready to go and help with students and families, or even if you're a friend of somebody who is considering hurting themselves or committing suicide, you can always get suggestions from the Student Assistance Program. And then I also have information from the Boys Town model, Your Life Iowa, where you can text. Oh, I hope so. I hope so, but oftentimes too, for a student who needs help, they have to be willing to accept the help and to have some ownership in whatever decision it is that they're making. When we work with students, we help students to understand, what the problems are, what their options are, and what the consequences are of all of their options, and then help students make their own decision. Naturally, suicide is never an option, never an option. But again, how to access resources in the community and to help students understand that they're never alone, that there are always people who care about them and support them, and how to access that.